Welcome in, welcome, everyone's. Welcome to another episode of Smitty Snippets. I'm joined by my lovely sister, Christina. Say hello to the wonderful
back,
people.
baby.
Definitely have to find you. Something else to
Do
say.
it every week.
No, let this be the last. Glad to see a few people in here already, and hopefully we can grow this channel a little bit. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and yeah, we got some interesting things to talk about this evening.
Yep. First, I want to
shows.
take a second to thank our regulars that join us every week, like Melba Toast, Live from the Bushes, Casanova. You guys have been amazing. So we just want to thank you for one, even just changing from Thursday to Friday with us. So thank you. And as he always says, make sure you like, share, subscribe.
I want to say hello to some new people. Kelly,
Okay.
I've never seen her before. I don't know if she's new or not. Maybe she just changed her
Kelly.
picture. I don't know, but welcome, Kelly. Actually, yeah. And Live from the Bushes, what's up? Casanova booing us, of course. So it's good to see you.
I think Casanova's booing my intro.
Probably. We got to get you to change that. All right, what we got, man?
All right. In entertainment news, Marvel TV boss looking at possible second seasons. Brad Winterbaum, head of Marvel, says Marvel is looking at potential second seasons for Disney Plus. Shows like Agatha All Along and Hawkeye.
No.
No. What is no? What's going on? Did you not like either one of them?
No. Hawkeye was minimum trash. Agatha All Along was a bucket of trash. A whole bucket. Keep going.
Stranger Things 5 release date. Stranger Things season 5 has wrapped filming and is slated to premiere this year in 2025. A firm date has not yet been announced, but Netflix has released the episode titles for season 5. So if you guys are interested, I can give you the titles, but I mean, they might be spoilers. So otherwise, I'm going to keep on moving. Andor season 2 gets a release date that will come out on Disney Plus on April 22nd. The show will release 3 episodes weekly as chapters and different points along the timeline leading up to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Are you interested in any of that?
Yeah.
Andor? Yeah.
Andor. I actually can't say that about Agatha All Along. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Agatha All Along.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw like the first episode and I dropped out. Like it was high school. I just left.
So you don't think, oh my
goodness.
Bounced. All right, 2 more points.
Oh, hang on. I want to say thank you to Live from the Bushes who donated $5.
Oh,
I appreciate that. Live from the Bushes. She's been rocking with us.
Yes.
She's been rocking with us since
she has been on Discord. Like, boy.
Yeah, which is good. You know.
Yeah.
If you're on here and you like talking movies and TV shows, you can get on Discord with us and come talk with us. It's free. We don't charge a single dime. All you got to do is get on there and talk whenever you feel like it about whatever you want.
Yep. Have a good time.
I will respond, and so will everybody else, except my sister, who does not like to talk on Discord. But that's fine. That's neither here nor there. Keep going.
Penguin season 2 is possibly in doubt. I don't know if anyone else has seen this, but speaking to Variety at the SAG Awards on the 23rd, Farrell says that he has no deep desire to have 800 pounds of makeup applied to reprise the role of the title character. Having said that, it seems that he is more concerned that any sequel, if they make one, lives up to the high standards set by season 1. So chances are we may not get it. I suppose it would depend on the writers and whether or not they do as good a job as they did with season 1 and if he agrees with it. So
I just don't do it. If you can't get him back because he doesn't want to wear the makeup, then just don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. One more bullet point. Punisher special in the works at Disney Plus. Marvel Television has stated that a Punisher special starring John Bernthal is currently in planning stages. And it'll be in the vein of Werewolf by Night or the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. So it would air in 2026 alongside season 2 of Daredevil. So if anyone's interested in the Punisher, I like the Punisher as it was on Netflix. I don't know what it's going to look like or what it potentially would look like on Disney, but
I enjoy the Punisher as well. But if you're talking about doing like a Guardians of the Galaxy type Christmas special, I don't want to see that shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do something else. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. All right. And then I have something that you might be interested in. Ahead of the release of the new Superman movie in theaters this July, a new crypto comic book will be released this June. So, in case you no, okay, all right, guys, we're gonna.
Damn about that dog here. I know Casanova Frankenstein. Love it, don't you, Casanova? Huh? That's your favorite character, I think.
All right. If you're ready, I'm ready. We can move on into our first series to review for the week.
All right. What is the first series we talking about?
We are talking about Severance, season 2, episode 6.
All right. Yeah, this was tough. This was a tough one to this was tough
7,
one to watch.
I'm sorry, man. Episode 7. Yeah, it was tough.
This was a tough one to watch. It was sad, plus it kind of pissed me off a little bit.
What? Well,
why did we'll go into it. So
okay.
You wanna explain, and then I'll go into
the happening. Broad strokes of this particular episode was that Mark was pretty much down for the count the entire episode, but he and Gemma were reliving, in a sense, how they went over the storyline of how they met and their relationship of their marriage and them trying to get pregnant, and basically how she came into the grasp of Lumen. That's the broad the broad review of what happened in this particular episode. I liked how they portrayed their relationship and how loving it was. I felt like I shouldn't be watching it. Does that make sense? Like, it was so personal.
I get that. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm going to have a few other comments to say more specifically about a few new characters that we met, more specifically the guy that Gemma interacts with most frequently. But when we get there, I'll have my comments about that.
So I enjoyed this episode. I talked to Mom earlier. She did not. She did not like the episode.
Mom didn't like it? Why did she?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I enjoyed this episode. I thought it was very personal for Mark and Gemma. So along with dealing with the loss of his wife, you find out that he's also having to cope with the fact that they've lost children. Yeah. So he was kind of reeling from that already, and then to lose his wife or think that he had lost his wife on top of that had to be unbearable, so you kind of get more of an understanding as to why he wanted to just kind of give up his regular everyday and just be severed.
Yeah.
So I liked seeing that part of Mark's life and how damaged he was.
Well, like I said, I mean, they showed them like they were like obviously really, really in love with each other, right? They had a very strong relationship. What kind of started to fray at it was the fact that, she was trying to get pregnant. She had the miscarriage or what have you. And that started to cause some tension because it looked like they didn't necessarily outline it, but it looked like they were going to fertility treatments. And that started to wear on her, which started to wear on him. So they started to kind of, I guess, get at each other in a sense. But like I said, I mean, it just felt like it was very well done. It was very well written, I think. But again, it just, because it was so well done, it just felt like something I shouldn't be watching,
So
it felt intrusive.
There's I think someone mentioned it in the Discord as well, but I hadn't noticed it, or I hadn't seen the show yet, so I didn't want to look. But I did believe someone had mentioned in the Discord, when the show first opens, right, you're introduced to these 4 people who are sitting at 4 different computers. They're facing away from each other in like this kind of dark-ish room. And every person in there kind of looked like
the person they're tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, because the one dude looked like that. I was like, is that Dylan? Yeah.
Yeah. And Irvin and Mark and Helly. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is happening here? Are they even in the same building?
They're
Are they in the same
downstairs.
building?
I think they're downstairs.
I don't know. I'm even more confused now that I've watched this episode because I don't know what the hell is going on.
Because of that, or
yeah, because of that. So now I feel like it has nothing to do with Dylan, Irvin, and Helly. I think it is this all about Mark and his wife? Is that what this is all about?
that's what you would be led to believe, because she started the treatments. How is she even in their custody? My question is actually more of his sister made reference at one point, I'm not sure if it was this season or last season, that they saw her body. What body did they see?
That's a good question. So that threw me off too, because when his sister said that you saw her, and he said, I know. So I'm like, what the hell did you see? I don't know if he saw her. He just might have seen the casket that she was supposedly in.
Maybe.
I don't know. But
I don't know, but I'll tell you this. When his sister came in, Devin came in, and he was down for the count, and the doctor, Aisel, was talking about continuing treatment or whatnot, and she was like, basically like, you're not going to touch him again, like that's the end of the story. Her reaction to that, I literally was like, yes, girl, that's how you're supposed to, because she doesn't know what she's doing to her brother, you know what I'm saying? And your first concern is to make sure that he's okay. Now, the dumb part that I didn't like was when she explained to her what was going on, and she was like, well, I'm going to call Corbett, and I'm like,
yeah,
why? And then she was like, well, if you do that, then I'm done. And then she kind of didn't like step back. This is the only person that's been, and then you're asking her, well, what do I do if he wakes up? Well, what if this? Well, what if that? You're kind of late. Like, you should have been thinking about that when you was talking about calling her. So go ahead.
Fletch said, why did GB leave? Devin didn't call Cobell. Like, I'd have left too. You picking up the phone?
Right.
I got my own life to be worried about now. Right. This your brother, huh?
Right.
This is your brother. He asked me for help.
Yeah,
I ain't gotta be here. Grab my little box. I'm out. I ain't gotta be here to help you. I do not have to be here to help you. I came here to try to get your brother's brain back. There's already a hole in the back of his head. So you do you. You know, I don't want to meet that lady.
You've already made the threat. You've already made the threat. So if I stay, how do I know that you won't actually do it? Go into the bathroom and call her. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would have left too.
Yeah, I don't trust Miss Cobell, but I feel like she's gonna come back at some point, and she will help out. Seeing his house, she probably thought that Lumen was gonna kill her at the on that sidewalk or upstairs in the offices. Yeah, again, so I find myself like pulling for these characters, especially like, and every time I see like Gemma being treated like trash by the nurse who has to come get her, and the asshole dentist who just has that stupid smug smirk on his face.
A creep. He is a creep. And
why is everyone at work?
If you were in the bar and saw that man, he red flags he is throwing everywhere. You'd be running for the hills if you was a young lady in the bar and saw that dude. There's no way.
Where are they getting these people at? Is there a villain website they're finding these folks at? So you have to be an asshole if you work here. Are you capable of that? Oh, you are. Oh, okay. So I don't understand how are they finding these people who are just messed up, willing to do all of these things?
But I don't know if because the nurse seemed very gentle with her.
What, gentle? She chased her down the hall. Gemma!
Well, that's her job. That's her job. That's her job.
Now, does she have a house? Why are you walking around in the dark in these hallways?
But her job
I don't know.
Is okay.
I did like how she got out, and how she. So I should probably explain this in case there's people who have not seen this. So Gemma is the wife of Mark, and she is on another floor. We assume she's on another floor.
I think she's on the bottom floor.
Mark is still healing from the reintegration process that is currently going on. and um the nurse, I forget what her name. What is her name?
Who?
The Rajibi. I think she's telling her sister for the first time that she knows for certain that Gemma is alive, and that they have to deal with that. And Gemma is who almost made it out, right? And then eventually got to the end of this hallway and ran into Milchek. And Milchek turned her around. Why? I need to know, why is it that everyone just does what Milchek says, right? Why is that? Why does no one say, you can eat this barrel of... I was going to say something, but my mother's watching. But you eat this whole bag, Milchek. I ain't going back in there. I don't know why people just don't tell him that.
I think because of so you're already in a situation where you already know you don't know what's going on, right? Because she's able to recount that when she left one door, her mouth was hurting. And so she's able to recount like certain effects that she's had after she's left certain rooms or what have you, but she doesn't know what happened. So you don't know what's going on. Do you really want to take that chance?
What chance? What do you mean?
You don't know what they can do, obviously, because you don't know what's going on when you're going behind the doors.
So here's what I know, right? And I'm totally with you, right? I thought when she was making a play for the door and she ran into Milchek, and I thought Milchek was going to spin some kind of BS story to try to get her to go back inside, right? Instead, he was just cutting her off. He cut off her sentence and was like, I need you to go back inside. And she was like, but he was like, yeah, the hell with all that shit you talking about. I need you to turn around, going back inside. And she was like, okay. Are you sure though? I don't know why you would do, like, you feel like her safety net is Mark.
Right.
Her blanket is Mark.
And she asked if she could go back to Mark. She's
right.
Very specific. Right.
You're an adult woman. Outside is right there. Okay. Go. Right. Raise your voice and say, no, Milchek. No, I ain't going back in there. Okay. I'm out here for a reason. Right. I don't know why everyone backs down from Milchek.
But he was standing in the doorway. What was she?
I don't give a damn.
Okay.
I don't give a damn. I do not care. I know he's big. He's massive. Okay. I know he's massive. And you know, he got that thick, intimidating mustache. I know. And he got that perfectly cut fro. I get it. Right. But still, you are right there. Okay. You're right there. And he's being rude. He's cutting you off. More of a reason to just go home. Just do it. Just do it.
Okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. As a young woman, how do you, in that very narrow hallway that she was in, get yourself up to confront and potentially have a physical altercation with this dude that's blocking the doorway? Okay.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
You turn around.
To your knowledge, you just said work. Right? You just said work. You don't view Milchek as a threat, do you? Right? You just come downstairs to get a smoke. You don't know. Right? So if he opened the door, you're like, hey, what up, Milchek? What you mean go back inside? Bitch, you must get out of my way. I'm going home.
Well, but remember, he was the one that sent her on her way the first time when they, for lack of a better way of explaining it, when they packed her away after they retired her from doing the wellness center or whatever. He was the one that packed her away the first time.
I don't know. I don't know what power this man has over everybody, but every time he talked, everybody else just shuts up. Like Dylan was like, I want to know what happened. He was like, excuse me? And Dylan was like, he just shut up. He just shut up at that point. Yeah. Mark wanted to know where his friends was at, and he just stared at him and he just backed down. I don't know what is going on here. Are these adults? Huh? Are these men?
I don't know.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Slap fire for Milchek. I promise you, you move out the way. Get your dumb ass out the way, Milchek. I'm going to see my wife.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I don't know. Now at the end of the episode, they had basically Mark waking up. So now I guess you're supposed to glean from that potentially he's fully integrated. I don't know. But my thing is like I'm very curious because Gemma is going back and forth from being severed and not, right? So when she left and came up and saw Milchick, she went through the severed process. And like I said, every door that she goes in, she goes through the severed process. But it seems like they're testing it on her, right? It's like, is that kind of what you got from it?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this particular episode. Like watching Mark going through everything that he had to go through with his wife, and then being separated from her. Like you want him to make the move to try to get her back, which is what he's doing, being reintegrated. I understand that, right? And I just, I don't know. It feels like there's not enough being done on his part, I guess, for him to go get her back, right?
You don't think he's doing enough to try and get her?
Dude, I'm just saying, if I found out after all this time that my wife, who had been presumed dead, is now alive, and I have a location.
But he doesn't have a location. That's
he does. He does. No. He knows she's at Lumen. That's why he went back to Lumen. That's why he went back there.
He thinks she's at Lumen. He does
not
know.
No, he knows she's there. Oh, you're right. You're right. He doesn't know for certain. He just knows that he can get a clue at Lumen somehow. I promise you, there ain't nothing in this world. Nothing in this world. Once I find out she's alive, whew.
But do you take the chance of doing that and then like them injuring her? Because now you have the creepy dentist dude who's lying to her and saying that he's remarried with kids, that Mark is remarried with kids, because he has an infatuation with her. So do you take the chance that if you were to be more forceful, like you're saying, that they would do something potentially to harm her?
I need you thinking about this like it's a show.
Logically, okay? Yeah.
I want you to think about this like this shit happened to you. Okay. I want you to think about it like it's happened to you. All right. You done been to everything. You done been to funerals. You done been to wakes. You done had people bring you food because your ass wasn't eating. You done been severed because you couldn't take the pain.
Right.
And now all of a sudden you done found out that your other half is alive.
Right.
No, we're doing this right now. We doing this right now. Go get the boys. Let's get in this car. We're going down to Lumen. We're about to flip this bad boy upside down. Okay. I'm going to find somebody. Somebody going to tell me something tonight. No, there's no waiting. There's no going to work with a suit on every day, walking the halls hoping to find something.
But, okay.
No.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm going after that big dude first with that beard, going all the way to the top floor, making things happen.
The security guard?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
He first.
I want to see that one. That one I want to see. I'd pay for that. Trust.
Yeah. So I guess the dentist / doctor / creeper, is like in love with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any guesses as to what are they testing? Like, what are they looking for? What is this all about?
Well, with her, it sounded like they were trying to see if there was any residual when she was in one room. Did she recall when she came out of the room anything? And when she was in the room, did she recall her life with Mark? Because the only time that she even referenced Mark was when she was outside of the room with the nurse, or not with the nurse, but that creepy guy. She was outside of one of the rooms that they put her in to test.
No.
So like her bedroom or something. Yeah. In her bedroom. And with her bunker and everything.
Where was she when he told her that Mark had moved on?
She was in her room.
Okay. Yeah, he said that he had a kid by
A
another
wife and a
woman and
kid.
he had moved on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is messed up, by the way. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about these shows, but I'm starting to have like a visceral reaction to some of these people. This show and another show, like I just want to go through the TV and just make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why. I don't know what is going on with me, but it just seems like with these shows, this show, Yellowjackets, and Paradise, I just want to go through and I don't understand. I'm not supposed to be like this, right? But these people are assholes, and you just want to stop it, right? Don't you? Tell me you did not want to go through the screen and then get Gemma out of this building.
Absolutely. But that's how they wrote it, so that you would have a reaction to it. Because yeah, to us it looks easier to pull her out, but she's got to go through obstacles, man. She just can't even just run through any door. She runs through any door, she's whoop, whoop, like she don't even know who she is today. So
yeah, he don't know who she liable to be. She turned the corner. She could be anybody.
Right. And it was really sad to see her, like when she walked into the dentist chair or whatever, and she was fearful. Like, she was like, can we just take a day off or something like that? And he was like, it's been 6 weeks. And she was like, but I was just here. But she was like kind of curled up in the chair.
Yeah. And you kind of got a sense of her giving up when she finally got back on the elevator, put back on the elevator by Milchek. And she goes upstairs, like there's no fight left in her at all. She just kind of leans up against the elevator door and slides down, or the back wall of the elevator, and just kind of slides down and just kind of gives up and thinks that basically that it's over. And now, having heard that, having bouncing around in the old bean, that possibly Mark has moved on,
right,
and had a child by someone else, is even more damaging to her. And she's probably just losing her will to want to leave at this point,
to fight. Yeah. Well, and even someone told the creepy dude that he was like, you gotta like let her go, right? Like after he reaches 100%, this is gonna be over. You're gonna have to let her go. And he's like, yeah, I know. But after that is when he told her that Mark is married with kids. So this guy does not want to let her go. But what's your end game, buddy? Like,
what is any of this? What is the end game to any of this? What are they doing?
I don't know.
Like, Mark is almost done doing something. What is it? And if you know, if you have an idea of what you think it is in the comment section, please let me know. Enlighten me.
Right.
What you think they could possibly be studying from Mark and his wife. Are they trying to measure love? Are they trying to measure how much two people can care for each, which I guess is kind of the same thing. But what are they trying to measure with these two characters?
Right.
Because they ain't doing shit with Dylan. They damn sure ain't doing nothing with Irvin. They could care less about Irvin. But it's clearly something about Gemma and Mark, because they thought far enough into the future to fake her death.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put Mrs. Cobell next to Mark's house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clearly about the both of them and no one else.
Right. And they were chosen, you would venture to guess they were chosen through the fertility treatments that they were getting. Because I think the guy, when they first walked in on their first appointment, I think the creepy dude was walking out of the door. I'm not sure. It looked like it could have been him, or maybe it was someone that looked similar to him. But you're led to believe that that's how they were chosen, was through this particular process that they were going through. So
do you think they're setting up kind of a Manchurian Candidate kind of thing?
Nah.
No?
No.
So for those that don't know, if you haven't seen Manchurian Candidate, it's a long thought of theory that either side, either right or left side of the political aisle, they put someone in and they can basically be hypnotized, and you can basically have a puppet.
Yeah.
Basically have a puppet in the White House to do whatever you want them to do on a daily basis. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
The reason why I said no to that is because they're not having the individuals on the severed floor do their bidding, right? They're just giving them BS work to do, or what we presume to be BS work.
I
They're so
mean,
they're
they made them sit at a desk and put numbers in a box. First of all, for those of you who do not know, there's a game on Discord that allows you to do that job. And if you go to our Discord, it is on there. I don't know who made this or why, but it's weird, and you should give it a try. It's definitely weird though. Yeah, I mean, if you can make someone just sit there at a desk all day and think that they're doing something important by putting numbers in a box.
I mean, but you're telling them, but you're not. But they're not. I
Did
don't
you
know.
say the
I
numbers
just
were scary?
That's what they
Lisa writes,
said.
"Come on, man, come on."
That's what they
I know
said
I
in
know
the.
that's what they said, but they ain't scary. They ain't
Well,
scary.
they said, listen, if it creates a reaction, so they're scary. Mm. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
So, how did the episode finish?
It just ended with Mark waking up from being asleep for, I guess, a day or two or 10, I don't know. And just like one final memory of Gemma that he had, and basically that was it. Wasn't, you know.
I need someone. I need someone in this show to grow a pair and to step up and do
But
something.
that's going to be
Do
Mark.
something.
Now that he's reintegrated, Mark is going to be that person,
So
because
Mark was
now
close. Mark was close. He stood up to Milchek at the elevator.
right, but now
And then
that he's
Irvin stood up to Milchek, which
right. I still need to know what Irvin was doing, that when he got fired, he was like, I think they knew what I was doing. I need to know that piece. He was doing
that
something.
when Milchek told him, was yelling at Irvin, and
Mm-hmm.
Irvin had that smile on his face and
Mm-hmm.
walked up to Milchek's face and looked back and forth in both eyes. That, to me right there, that was probably the best part of the entire season for me. The best part of the entire season. Someone
Mm-hmm.
actually stood up to this man. Irvin had enough. And Irvin
Yeah.
is not that guy.
No.
Okay, he is
He's
not that
passive.
guy.
Yeah.
So for him to do that, right, must mean that he had enough of his shit. Enough. I'm tired of you, Milchek. All right. So yeah, I used to feel bad about Milchek. I did, especially after the painting and what he went through about being the way he was treated and
I
what he's
still feel
being made to
bad.
try to do. I don't at
What?
all. Not even a little bit. No,
Just
no.
because of this episode. So just
Yeah,
because he stood in the doorway,
yeah, yeah. What he did
but
to Gemma right
but
there?
you
No.
but you have to still take into account. So if you noticed, he was panting, or like
Oh, he
seemed to
ran.
be
I
out of
know.
breath, right?
Yeah, I don't care.
So, but keep in mind, he just had that annual review or whatever it was that told him basically, your best still isn't good enough, sir. So
Listen, Walmart is
he's
hiring.
still reeling
You
from
know,
that. So you better stop. He is
Walmart is
still
well, maybe not today, but
he is
Walmart
still
was hiring.
he
There's a
is
tech
still
job out there somewhere.
reeling from that. Okay. So you have to give him a little grace, just a little bit.
No, I think I hate Milchek, and I feel for Mark, and I feel for the other three who skipped this episode. With Dylan, Irvin,
Yeah.
and Helly.
Helly. Hmm.
Yeah,
I still think Milchek's going to be. I still think Milchek's going to be on their side at the end of the day. I think he's going to be a resource for them, because you have to look at it this way. They will in the end all have one common enemy, in a sense. Like, he's going to feel slighted because of one reason or another. They're definitely going to not like Lumen, right? And you said Miss Cobell potentially. So I feel like they're all going to coalesce and become like a force that you can't, buddy. You better
I
back that
agree with
on
you.
up.
I agree with you. I think they were setting that up with the whole picture thing for Milchek. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense in the entire story that they would just throw that in there. Oh, hey, here you go, black man. Here's a picture of your grandfather, I think, who used to look like that white dude over on that other picture. Don't mind that though. Here you go.
You're so dumb.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
Take that. So, yeah, that's my take. I think it's a fantastic story. I can't wait for next week.
Yeah.
And I hope him and Gemma get back together.
Yep.
Sort of. Half of them.
Well, because you still have you still have the issue with him and Helly and that mess that's gonna happen. So I guess we'll see what happens. You ready to move into your next your favorite show? I know you're so excited to discuss it.
What's that?
Yellowjackets.
Yeah, I am real quick. Hang on. First, before we go into that, I'm just gonna like a 2-minute spiel on Invincible. Before we go into that, because I'm not gonna talk long about that. If you have not seen Invincible and you like a good story, you need to watch that. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Invincible, but it is a very, very good story. It's on Amazon. It's about this superhero who he's half human, half Viltrumite. His father is from the planet Viltrum. He was sent here. He's probably like one of the baddest heroes, one of the strongest heroes. He's kind of like Superman, basically. And everybody else on Earth is not like Superman. They're like, they got like one power. This dude has like all the powers. And he's been sent here on this mission to kind of help Earth, right? But not really. He's been kind of biding his time, and his planet wants to take over all these other planets and make them slaves, basically. So when he gets a chance, he kind of beats the hell out of all the superheroes on Earth, kills them all. And that kind of drew me to this episode because it was violent, like extremely violent.
Well,
so not for kids. I do not recommend it. If you do not watch it for kids, I'm talking about body parts, people's face getting stepped on, arms being pulled apart, torsos being pulled apart. It is violent.
Oh boy,
violent. Okay, so do not watch this with little Timmy. It is not. It ain't for him.
All right. So if you guys are interested in extreme violence and things that you can't watch with your children,
but it has a really good story,
but a good storyline,
yeah,
please go and watch Invincibles on Amazon. Is it in season 1 or season 2? I know they're hour-long episodes, right? Or thereabout, something like an hour long.
35, 40 minutes. Yeah, but they're on season 3 now.
Oh, okay. So 3 seasons to catch up if you guys are interested.
Yeah.
All right. Moving into Yellowjackets.
Yellowjackets. This is for you.
Favorite show.
This is for you. You know who you are out there. She's been criticizing me. She criticized me last week. She did not like what I had to say about Yellowjackets last week. Well, buckle up. Buckle up.
Oh boy. All right.
This is not gonna get better.
All right. Well, go ahead and lead off. I am very curious.
I don't understand this show. Okay. I don't understand. Okay. And I need someone to explain this shit to me ASAP. Oh. Okay. Because the first season was okay. All right. There are these group of girls and three guys who crashed in the woods. Okay. In an airplane. No one has tried to leave the forest. Not one person has tried to leave the forest or even try to find a way out. No.
Correction. There have been attempts to leave. Taissa attempted with her crew, and
she walked around the corner. She didn't go nowhere. She was within earshot. Somebody back at the regular cabin had screamed, and she heard it and ran back.
There was the attempt, and the young lady, I unfortunately can't recall her name, that tried to fly the plane out and look for assistance. So there were 2 attempts. Continue.
Whatever. So, after they crash, I don't know what goes on. They just said to hell with it and started partying. They made booze and started eating mushrooms and from some girl named Misty or Meadow or whatever her name is.
Misty,
Meadow.
Yeah.
Or
Misty.
whatever.
Oh,
And
God.
they all got messed up. And then they just kept partying and everybody just started sexing each other up. Just started getting in each other's pants. What is going on? Why is nobody trying to leave this place? Why is nobody trying to leave this place? Now, I've been watching for 3 seasons. 3! And they ain't even put the 2 halves of the show together yet. Okay? They got the adults because at some point, I guess, they get out of the woods. And then they got the kids who are in the woods, right? And in 3 seasons, it's like 23 goddamn episodes. They still ain't showed how they got out of the woods yet. Huh? How about we speed this up? Speed it up.
I think they're getting there.
No, you don't need to be getting there. I mean, season 3. Season 3, it's almost over. It's almost done.
Okay? but let's take it back a second. So you have to what they're doing is the reason why they're giving you more information in this season and haven't gotten them home yet is because they're still trying to explain to you how these people have become who they currently are, right? So you have the business that's going on. Now, I will agree with you that this season, this episode, because the last episode that came out, they did a trial for the coach, which Shauna, first of all, I liked Shauna up until this episode. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, up until this episode, because she was like, she was rough. Like, she was no nonsense. Like, you come at me, I'm gonna come at you. But this episode kind of worked my nerves a little bit because she was mean to the why is she trying to kill the coach? Because she thinks that he is the one that set the cabin on fire.
I don't even remember some of these broads. Okay, I don't even remember some of them being in the show.
Shauna is the one with the daughter who's rude.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, I remember Shauna. All right, I remember Shauna, but Shauna had a little girlfriend back in the blonde who I never even see her in season 2 or season 1.
No, I don't recall her either.
She just showed up out of nowhere. Now everybody's a lesbian. Everybody's a lesbian.
God,
everybody, which is fine. But is this prison? Is this what happens in prison?
Jesus, what?
I'm just saying, like, everybody kissing and hugging and stuff, and everything just seems to happen for no reason. No reason. They'll go and drink water, and then eat a grape or something, and then they're chasing each other through the woods, trying to saw off arm bits for food.
Well, yeah,
and then the next day act like nothing happened.
Right, but that was before. But this season, if you notice, like, they have an abundance of rabbits, they have the duck, so I think they're trying to hoard, like, animals so that they have stuff to eat should they be out there over the winter again, potentially.
Why is there season 3?
Because they haven't made it home yet.
Why haven't they?
Because they were out there for 19 months. They were out there for 19 months. She just had the kiddo. So you got at least another 10 months. And they're tying stuff together because now you have Van that's back home who was diagnosed with, I don't know if it was terminal, but she was diagnosed with cancer. And now that's starting to pull back or whatever. Like, her blood work started to come back good or whatever because of the sacrifices that they've been making since they've become adults. So,
that's my point, man. That's my point. The show is going nowhere. It's just spinning wheels. They're not doing anything. I know that the girl with the orange hair or the red hair, her cancer got better because she got back with the girl, with the woman she was supposed to be with,
Thaisa,
right? Yeah, she got back with her, right? Well, the rest of this shit, what is going on? Like, oh, she doesn't have money, and Misty, she did this, and she's with this little nerdy investigator guy, and the little girls, they go back and show them, and the teacher had made a spot out in the woods, and he found boxes hidden underground with with paste and food bits and all the other stuff in there. Then they go back to they fast forward back to the future, and her husband's sitting at a table in a restaurant making deals about where he wants to put his furniture in his shitty hotel. And somebody, oh, no one cares about any of this stuff. I need you to tell me how you got out of the woods, and I need you to do it today. Now they started to do it. They started to do it in episode 3. They started doing episode 3, right, where the daughter made Misty drink Tylenol,
right,
because she made her think it was grenadine. First of all, grenadine don't taste nothing like Tylenol. I don't even know how you got them two mixed up. She slammed it like it was delicious. But that's neither here nor there.
Jeez.
What the problem is that she started to just give us an inkling of what is happening, how they made it out of the woods, how, right? And Misty shut her down like, oh no, we should do dare. Shut up, Misty. I'm trying to find out how the hell you got out of the woods, right?
But Misty doesn't. But that's the point. They don't want people to know.
Why?
Misty,
Why?
Shauna,
Why?
Taissa,
Can I know? Can I know? I want to know. I'm bored. I'm tired of watching this show. I'm so tired. I'm tired of watching them do meaningless shit in the woods. I don't care that you like this girl. I don't care that you're eating rabbit or that you doing all this extra stuff. Okay, I don't care. I want to know how you got out of the woods. Wrap this up. Okay, there's no reason this show should have 3 seasons. Just how did you get out of the woods?
Okay, so you don't think that once they show what happened or how they got out of the woods that they're going to continue the storyline? Like, you think that that's it for the series?
I'm praying I can hit this off button and stop this goddamn show. I'm just waiting. I just want to know how. How did you get out of the woods, right? And that even that is starting to like wane. Like I'm starting to not care.
Really?
I'm starting to not care at all. It's just there's the writing in this has gotten so bad. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything to show how they are progressing the story. I don't care about your husband selling furniture. How did you get out of the woods? How did you get out of the woods? Is there a demon? Is there a demon?
But it's so they're kind of going back and forth on that now, where they're saying maybe it was more us versus actually something being out there. So why you look so confused?
Season 3, man. Season 3. You should know by now. You should know by now.
But but you need the husband in his story because just because Shauna is going through whatever she's going through with Misty and everybody else, you still have a family. So, and since the husband was the one that kicked all of this off because he decided that he wanted to try and blackmail all of her friends, I mean, come on. This is all because do I
honestly care?
I am very curious to find out who just killed Lottie. Like, was it the coach? Because you don't know if the coach is still with us.
Do you mean the
cult chick? She was just killed in this last episode.
Oh.
You honestly could
I got most of the way through episode 4 and I just turned it off. I didn't care. Bro. You have no idea.
Smitty.
You have no idea how much I would just rather watch like a puppy bowl or some shit. I would rather watch anything. This is so bad. This show has gotten bad. I don't care. Like, I understand that some people like this show, but it's going nowhere fast. They're telling so many stories about them as an adult. Who cares? They're showing them eating each other in the woods. Like they've showed them eat like their own. I ain't talking about the weird stuff. I'm just talking about for food.
Oh my God.
Creepers. Okay. They out there in the woods, like eating each other as they die or something, which is fine. I get it. But you've shown that like 2 or 3 times. I get it. Whatever is out there, if there's a demon out there supplying them with food, I understand. They're still in the woods. It's season 3. They were in the woods in season 1. They're in the woods in season 1 doing the same shit they're doing in season 3. You've changed nothing. The story has not progressed in any way. That is my point. That is my point with this show. Like I was on board in season 1.
I'll give you that to a degree. I will give you that to a degree.
I was on the board in season 1. It was a very interesting story. Season 2, they're still in the woods, and now they got lives back home. Season 3, they're still in the goddamn woods. They're still in the woods.
Okay.
They're still in the woods. They're not doing shit. They're still in the woods. No one has tried to even leave the woods. They're so happy they started telling stories and stuff in the woods. They're like, oh, we made it to spring. No,
that is what bothered me. That is what bothered me when they had they did some thing for Shauna's baby or whatever, and they did a like, I guess they were playing tag or whatever, and whoever was the loser, that team had to serve the winning team for dinner or whatnot. That I had a problem with, because like, again, I will say that there are things that if you're lost in the woods, you do need to be able to, if you're lost for such a long time like they are, you do need to be able to find stuff to occupy your time or whatever. I just think they're going, but this was going about it absolutely the wrong way. Like I didn't agree with that particular game or whatever that they were doing. So I'll give you that. But they're doing it because they're still trying to explain how they've become the people that they are. I feel like at the end of the season, I'm hoping by the end of the season, they do have them home.
Nope. Still gonna be in the woods. So? Nope. Still gonna be in the woods.
I don't know.
They are gonna be in the woods. I promise you, they still gonna be in them damn woods. You ain't gonna be no closer to the end of this show than you were season 1. You ain't gonna learn nothing. Nothing. I don't know how you can continuously tell this story, right? I'm being real. I want you to look at my face. I want you to look at my face, and I want you to understand what it is I'm about to tell you right now. Okay, so I'm not watching this show no damn more.
You have
to. All right, I don't give a damn what they want to see. I don't care. I'm not watching not one more episode of this shit show. You understand? Because I can promise you this: I can come in at the end of this season, they still gonna be in them damn woods. I ain't gonna miss nothing.
Literally on episode 4 of this season.
What does that tell you? I've watched 2.5 seasons, and I don't care.
So
I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a damn what happens to any of them. Huh? I don't care. I hope they all get married and stay out the woods forever.
I feel like at the end of this season, they will be out of the. I feel like they will be out of the woods. So I don't know, or be Yeah, they'll be rescued.
Well, somebody let me know, because Paul ain't watching no more of this shit.
I'm gonna let you know, because you're gonna let yourself know, because you're gonna have to watch the rest of it.
No.
You've already started the season.
No.
You have to.
Yeah, well, I watched Earth Abides too, and I ain't finished that mess neither. I watched Teacup. This is a new year for Paul. I'm not watching. This is a new year for Smitty. I'm not watching no more bad shows for no reason. Okay? I'm not watching no more bad shows for no reason. I can't. If they're not bad and funny, I'm not watching.
They've got their comic relief in this.
No, if it's like Invasion, where it's just stupid, I'll watch it because it's hilarious and people like stupid stuff like that. But this show, this is like dragging a sack of potatoes through the desert. It's just time consuming for no reason.
They've got the comic relief mostly by way of Misty or whatever, and her little boyfriend that she has with, what's his name, Walter. So, I mean, yeah. Come on.
No.
You can do it.
No, you watch it. No, you watch it.
I will watch it.
I'm not doing dark anymore.
Because you have okay, but I'm going to continue to watch it, because you do have individuals who join us weekly who would like to see your take on it.
No, they don't. We had when we started talking about Yellowjackets, we had 16 people. You know how many people? That number dropped all the way down to 7. We started talking about Yellowjackets. They don't give a damn neither. They don't care. Ain't nobody watching Yellowjackets. Nobody.
Oh my goodness. Live from the Bushes does not enjoy the fact that you no longer plan on watching Dark.
I'm going to watch Dark. Do you know how many? I just put out a video on Dark. Do you know how many people watch Dark? Do you know how many people watch that video? 37. 37. Okay. 37 people.
Well, this is why, and when you say to those of us who joined us on this wonderful Friday, Please like, share, subscribe. And if you can, just tell friends or whatever that we're doing this so that we can get our viewership up. But like he says, we do it for fun. So if not, it is what it is. But
I do it for fun, but I
Mhm.
gotta make stuff people gonna watch.
Yeah,
If I'm
well,
gonna make a video, if I'm gonna spend like half a day making it and only 6 people gonna watch it, then that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I gotta watch stuff. I gotta make stuff people gonna watch. So
we will
if
be
you
doing
if you
Daredevil
recommend
when that
something
comes
and
out.
people are actually gonna
So,
watch, then I'm all about it. But
well,
I
when
can't.
Daredevil comes out, we'll be
Oh,
good.
Daredevil is.
Yeah.
I'm doing each and every episode. It's gonna be in depth. It's gonna be. I might do 2 videos per episode. But yeah, that'll be something. I cannot wait. We'll swap out Yellowjackets for Daredevil or something.
Oh,
Maybe I'll keep doing Yellow
well,
Jacket.
that'll
I don't know,
start
man.
next week then, guys. So I'm just saying. All right. All right. So are you ready to move into what I would say is my favorite episode thus far of uh Paradise?
Are you talking about Paradise?
Yes.
I'll give the people like 2 minutes. Go get something to drink and chill out, and we'll do this because yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. So, you got any more news or anything else? Any shows that you are watching currently? Anything else?
Sorry. I'm just catching up with a couple of uh documentaries that I'm a documentary freak, so I like watching like docu-series on weird things and things of that nature. So,
Yeah, I just saw one on Netflix about the girl who lied about having cancer.
oh my goodness, that was insane.
I don't know. Well, you
There's
know what
two of
kind of
them
a
out though. There's one on
yeah.
Hulu about a different broad.
I don't understand why you would do that though. Right? At some point, you either have to get better or die. Right? They be dragging this shit out.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 8 cancers. I got 8 of them now.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. That's what she did. Did you see it yet?
Yeah,
Did
I
you see it?
watched it. Yeah, I
She
watched
said
both of
she
them.
had
Yeah.
brain cancer,
Mhm.
cancer of the spleen,
Uh-huh.
cancer in the liver,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Lady,
Yep.
you going like
Yep.
it's too much. Like we
Yep.
know you lying, but you going too far. You
Well,
going way too far."
yeah, but she's getting the money and attention that she wants.
I know, but you got 6 cancers. You know, you you pushing it, right? People gonna start asking questions, but like, hang on,
Nobody
wait
asks
up.
questions though. That's the problem. No one asks
She ain't even
questions.
pale. She ain't even pale. She still got
Yeah.
good color in her face. Still
How
got her
about
hair.
that?
She still got all that stuff.
Stupid.
She said she had 2 open heart surgeries,
Yep. And
4 types of cancer.
it all in 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They interviewed her on 60 Minutes, and they
Yeah.
ripped her ass
Mhm.
to shreds.
Yeah.
To shreds.
Yeah.
And the only reason she went on there is because they gave her 75,000. She was like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and they tore
Yeah.
her ass up. Up.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was not ready.
No. There's another one on Hulu. I can't remember the name, but similar situation. Actually, if it could be worse, it was worse. But if I can remember the name, I'll let you know, and we could discuss it next week. But yeah, that one was crazy too. Actually, it was worse, I'll say. But all right.
Oh,
So
and Last of Us is getting ready to come out, and Casanova is all about goddamn crypto. Loves, and I ain't talking about the coin. I'm talking about I'm talking about that stupid ass dog. He loves Superman's mutt. So I, for your sake, it better be good, right? It better be good, Casanova. I'm telling you right now, it better be good. I'm telling you right now. All right, let's go into your show. You started off.
Paradise. Oh my word. So this is season 1, episode 7. Now, let me just preface this by saying
Preface it.
I am not one to go back and watch an episode a second time. Generally, when I'm done watching it the first time, like I'm done, I went back and watched this a second time. Because the acting by Sterling Brown and James Marsden in this episode, Sterling Brown playing Xavier Collins and James Marsden playing the President Cal Bradford, was so amazing. I was anxiety ridden in the beginning. I was close to tears at one point, like towards the middle, the end. Like this episode, I hated watching it because I hated the range of emotions that I personally went through. But I loved the episode. I loved it, loved it, loved it. It was so well written, so well portrayed. You know, I don't even know what else I could say about it. And before like I go into my further thoughts about it, what did you think about it?
Before I go into that, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join us on Discord so we can talk about it. I love having these conversations about these shows with everybody on there. It's completely free. You don't have to pay a single dime. I don't ask for credit card information, none of that shit. Just go on there and you can talk about your favorite show, and that's it. So, I loved this episode. This is probably my favorite episode of this entire show. The acting chops on Cal and Xavier, they absolutely killed it in this episode. Absolutely killed it, especially Xavier. Now I got a bone to pick with him. But
Xavier,
I got a bone to pick with him. But the emotion in his face as he is trying to do multiple jobs at the same time. He's trying to protect his daughter. He's trying to get to his wife and protect the president all at the same time. And it just seems like he is locked in and trying to do the best he can, and he has to deal with people who are asking him questions at the same time. It just seemed like an impossible situation for him to be in, but I thought this was an amazing episode. The writing for this is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I cannot say enough about this particular episode, but it just this has to win awards. It's just insanely. It's that good. It's that good.
I think so too. This episode for me, off the top, you have Xavier in with Sinatra. He's holding her at gunpoint, and we're because we're reminded about where we left last week with Sinatra saying, "I can help you find your wife." And from that point is kind of when they take us back to the day that everything happened, causing them to end up in Colorado and in the mountain that they're currently in. And like you said, they go through the president, and he did a pre-recorded message to the American people, which later on he was like, scrap it, because
don't jump ahead. Because I'm gonna talk about that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about that too. So
go ahead.
So we'll just talk right now. We'll take it scene by scene. The beginning of the episode, he's in the office with Sinatra, and he's finding out that his wife could possibly be alive. Give me your thoughts on that scene and what you would have done.
Well, we talked about it last week, and we know what you would have done. You would have at least popped her in the leg.
Pop. That's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen.
I still stand by. I think maybe after she made the reference about her being self-aware and how she sounded, and knowing that she sounded like a evil person, maybe at that point I would have tapped her. But again, you still need her alive, so we have to make sure we don't hit her in like a vital artery or anything of that nature. But yeah, I mean, she could bleed out.
If she bleed out, she just bleed out. It's your own damn fault. You the reason all this happened.
But remember, he yet does not know that his daughter has been taken.
He does. She told him.
No, he doesn't.
She told him.
She told him at the end of the episode.
No.
He finds out at the end of the episode.
No.
I literally watched it twice. I'm telling you, he finds out at the end of the episode, because she picks up the phone and calls the guy that the kids are supposed to be with and says, ask for your daughter, and he says she's not here.
No,
And
she
he's
told him in the beginning of the
bro,
episode. She said,
bro. Okay, guys, if
"She's
you are in the chat, can you please confirm
you gonna let
one
me
way or
you
the
gonna let me
other?
you gonna let me talk? You gonna let me
No,
talk?
because I'm telling you, I'm right. If you can please confirm one way or the other, when did he find out? At the beginning of the episode or at the end of the episode that
Can I
his
say something though? Can
daughter
I
was
say something
taken?
though?
Go ahead.
What? Laugh in the bushes saying Chris is all right. So hang on, maybe I messed up because I have been drinking a little bit. So she tells him to put the gun down because she has his daughter, and then she says, maybe I am a monster. Was that at the end?
That was at the end.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing, man. Why y'all gotta be on her side? That's all I'm saying. Why y'all gotta be with her? Huh? Why y'all never want to rock with me?
Oh my god.
Huh? All I'm saying.
Anyway,
like
please
y'all, man.
please continue. Go ahead.
Anyway, I forgot what the hell I was at. I stopped drinking.
You were literally at the beginning of the show.
Oh. So, she's explaining to him, you know, the situation that his wife could be. His wife is alive, but she could help him find her. Now, I was saying the same thing I think Casanova was saying in the beginning of the episode. I'd have tapped her in the leg, right? I'd have definitely tapped her in the leg, and I would have just kept on shooting her in the leg or other leg or hand. But you giving me something up. Like, you're not leaving this room breathing. I promise you that. You're not leaving this room with oxygen. So you can tell me now, but I promise there's no way Sinatra leaves this room alive. No way. After everything you've done, after everything you've put me through, no way you leave alive. No way. I got all the weapons, and I can promise you right now, if you hurt my daughter, oh my God, Sinatra. I mean, she doesn't. I don't feel like Xavier is playing. Oh, they love you, Chris. Apparently, they don't give a damn about me. Anyway,
stop it.
I don't think she was thinking completely about her whole situation. I know she had somebody go and pick up her children or her child. I'm sending somebody after probably her family. Now, I'm not going to hurt her family, but I'm still going after her family, her husband, her
But
daughter.
again, I need you to reevaluate what you're saying, because you're saying it as if right now in this moment he knows that his daughter is taken. He doesn't.
You're right.
Yeah.
But still, even then, at the end, like he can't. You can't. Do you put your weapon down and just let her dictate terms? You just let her decide?
You don't know where your child is, and you don't know where your wife is. So,
she does. Doesn't
right.
she?
Yeah. So if I kill her.
Oh, I'm not going to kill her. I'm not going to kill you.
You're just going to torture her.
Oh, yes. Yep. Okay. Yes. Right. Yes. I promise you, everybody in this comment section would do the same thing. Casanova already said blow her toes off. Casanova already said he was gonna blow her feet off, and we hadn't even started talking about the show yet. He was just feet, shoot her feet off. We weren't even talking about the show yet. What he was talking about the show, I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Okay, all right. So
then it's a flashback,
right?
It's a flashback, and then you tell me what you thought.
Oh man, like I'm already like getting anxiety thinking about it, but to see from the beginning, like you said, Xavier trying to multitask. He's trying to get in touch with his wife, and they keep like getting in touch with calls and text messages. A lot of the calls keep disconnecting. And then, but like you said, he's also trying to do his job with regard to the president, and he's also trying to keep back like the other people in the office and trying to keep them out of the know of what the plans are should things go awry. when every time Xavier was on missing a call or a call was dropped, the whole thing with the phone for me was my anxiety level, because you know how desperate you are in that moment, because yeah, you're trying to do your job, but that's kind of like the last thing on your mind. Like your first priority is your kids. Meanwhile, when that woman hung up on him when he was trying to make sure that his kids were with the president's boy, and
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, you already told us that, or whatever like that, and he was like, well, can you just put it, and she banged on him, bro, that would have been a wrap, right? But that whole scene, moving through up until like when they got on the plane, and like the addresses that the president did that you don't want me to go over yet, all of those things were
I mean, we'll get
so.
there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
I know, but my thing is just like that broad overview, like that, what was that, like a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the episode, like that was a good solid, like I'm anxious watching it because I can put myself in his shoes, and I don't know how, I don't know how you move through that without losing all your shit. I don't know how you do it. What do you
Well, um, I all right. Well, let's go, because there's no way for me to. I was trying to bring up the episode so I can kind of take it frame by frame so we can talk about each thing. So I need you to give me a little bit more until I can bring this up, because there was a lot about this episode that really pissed me off, and there's a lot about Xavier that also pissed me off. I mean, he's kind of hypocritical in a way. if you kind of
No, I know what
if you
you're
kind of
gonna talk about when they were on the tarmac, when they were getting on the plane, and he was like, "You were doing this dance, and you didn't give me clear information to let me know." But that's the same thing that he did to his wife when he told her to just not go to Atlanta. Like he could,
so
kind of what you were saying last week. He could have just told her, "I need you to stay home."
kind of. So there was a woman, as the president is in his office, as he's trying to function and
Mm-hmm.
trying to get all his information out, trying to track his wife down, trying to
His
get her
secretary, I think it was.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She is basically doing the same thing to Xavier as the president has done to um Xavier. Like, she's just trying to get a heads up so she can go get her child, and he doesn't tell her anything. He completely stonewalls her. And then
Okay.
after she kind of figures out what was going to happen, or what the deal was,
Right.
he still doesn't tell her. And she tells him, listen, I know something is happening. I need you to watch out for my son. Can you do that? And he tells her yes, which is another lie,
Right.
right? She's trying to protect herself, and then she gives up on herself and asks for protection for her son,
Just right.
which
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
And he lied to her and said yes, right? But the same thing, like, it wasn't even the same thing. Like, like, Cal actually tried to get his wife out. Stupid! He told you not to send your goddamn wife to Atlanta, and you didn't listen. You didn't listen. He literally said, maybe don't let her go
Right.
this
Right.
time. And
Right.
you was like, you
Right.
know me, sir. I can't ever stop her from doing everything. Stupid! He's giving you the clues. He's telling you right to your face, do not let her go to Atlanta, and you let
Right.
her go to Atlanta. And
Right.
you didn't
I
even have a
agree.
way for her to get out. Huh?
Right.
You didn't have a sat phone. You didn't have nothing. You wasn't ready for none of this shit. Nothing. You're supposed to be the president's second in command.
So the only thing that you can maybe, and I agree with you 100%, but if you want to play devil's advocate, the only thing that you can maybe give the president just a little bit of grace on is the fact that he was under the impression that they would have more time. Remember, he said the when he called for the nerds, giving my nerds, they were under the impression that they would have 10 days lead time, and that's not what happened. They had zero lead time. It went from whatever little
All right, hang on.
shimmy. Uh-huh.
I got like a sound problem or something.
Uh-oh.
Do you hear that?
I hear you.
Okay. All right, keep going. If you can't hear it, I'll stop it.
I forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. But so you have that whole situation, right, where they had a little bit of the ground rumble or whatever from the volcano that ultimately erupted, and it just then erupted. They didn't have the lead time that they thought they were going to have. So I think that's part of what Cal thought he was going to be able to provide to him.
No, let's get into it. So
I'm just saying I agree with you. I'm just saying, if you want to play devil's advocate, that's what he said in this episode. Or that's
no, there's no devil's advocate. Again, you're thinking about it like show terms and not in real life terms. First of all,
I agree. Pause. That's why I said I agree with you. Yes, I'm thinking of it also then in show terms. Jeez.
Okay.
First of all, both sides of the coin.
I understand he has a secret clearance and he was sworn to secrecy against telling anybody anything. Mm-hmm, now, mm-hmm. I've had to do that before myself, right? Mm-hmm. I'm telling my wife.
Right.
In bed and be like, "Hey, you turn all the lights off."
Why I gotta be in bed though?
You turn on the lights. Oh, by the way, listen, the world's gonna blow up, so you should stay home tomorrow. So stupid. I'm not bullshitting. You should stay home. I'm not laughing. Please stop chuckling. I'm telling my wife. You cannot.
I agree.
Not tell your wife that, right?
I agree.
If the president tells you, listen, the world is it's going away, right? It's going away, and don't tell anybody. How do you not tell your wife? How do you not tell your wife? You don't tell your wife? Your wife. You don't tell your spouse? If for any reason my spouse was working for the president and you found out that the world was going away
and didn't tell me,
and then my black ass goes to Atlanta and I find out that the world is ending and you knew about it, you might as well pack a bag. Pack your bag. Pack your bag and get out. You couldn't have let me know? You couldn't have said nothing? Huh? Just a little hint at breakfast. Something, anything. Like draw me a picture of a bomb or any hint. You know, you don't have to tell me straight up if you can't, but you leave me something. Like just wake up and be like, "Hey, honey, you're the bomb." Something, anything.
He tried to give her a little hint. He was like, maybe
you
shouldn't go to Atlanta this time.
That ain't no hint. That ain't no hint. You shouldn't go. Why? Because you miss me? No, because the world is gonna blow up. No.
Okay.
No. And I'm telling there was so much stuff in this episode that was so weird to me. Like the reporter. Do you remember the reporter that died? Do you remember the reporter that died? No. Mm-hmm. So she decided, she heard that something was about to go down and she flew her ass out onto she knew a tsunami was coming.
Oh, the reporter on the
yeah. Mm-hmm. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get in front of it and get on top of a building.
Well, she said she was on level whatever of the, so she thought that she was fine because she was so high up. But that first sound wave, you know, that first sound wave that hit her, and her hair was flying all over the place, and she said it hurt her ears or whatever. I don't know. Well, I guess I was going to say, I don't know why she didn't go inside, but what could she have done? Nothing. She was already, there's nothing she could have done.
Did you see the wave?
Yeah. There was nothing she could have done.
No, right. Nothing.
And she telling him, get away from the edge. Lady, all right. Get away from the edge.
I'd have been like, lady, look what you did to us. You see that? Look what you did to us. We are done. Let me call my wife.
No,
baby, I'm sorry.
The part that had me cracking up was the guy on the news channel, and they were asking him questions, and he started dropping the F-bomb, and he was like, well, we don't have to use language like that. And he was like, oh, really? Do we have to wait for something worse to happen before I can? And then he started rattling off all these words and whatnot. That was pretty funny to me.
Live from the Bushes gets it. She said, if my husband was a Secret Service agent to the president, and he said something was possibly about to go down, I would have stayed close as close to my husband as possible. Yeah, listen, if I am if I am the top Secret Service agent to the president, and he's like, "Listen, you probably shouldn't let your wife go to Atlanta today." I'm be like, "What you mean?
But I don't.
Today is
But
going down?"
But here's the problem. I don't know if he needed any more information from Cal, because remember, I think it was last episode, Cal asked him to walk him through the protocol. He asked him to walk him through the protocol, and then he said, "I don't think you should let your wife go to Atlanta." I don't think Xavier needed any more information than those two little pieces to put the puzzle together. I really don't, unless, I'm wrong. Am I wrong on that?
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I'm, in my humble opinion, Xavier needs to shut his ass up, because Xavier he is as much at fault.
But would you take that fault? As a human, you're not going to take that fault. You're going to try and blame other people. Of course, you're going to point the finger at somebody else.
It's
of
course,
he's going to say, "I agree."
It's Xavier's fault.
I agree. But of course, you're going to, as a human, you're going to say, "Well, you didn't give me clear enough direction." You don't want the fault on your conscience that you were the reason that your wife died.
I mean, I hear you, but yeah, he's definitely at fault. He's definitely at fault. He needs to, and he smashed a psychiatrist.
Well,
right?
He thought his wife was dead, man.
You don't love your wife, man.
He thought
you didn't tell her about the end of the world. You smashed a psychiatrist in this big ass cave. You don't care about your wife.
He thought she was dead, but
he don't care about her, man. And he found out. Now he's afraid. Now somebody gonna tell her. Be like, "Hey, did you tell her about the psychiatrist you messed with while you was?"
He thought she was dead. Really?
He thought she was dead. Did you hear what he said before he did it? "I'm married.
I'm still married." Yeah.
Tongue all down his throat. He don't give a damn. He don't care about his wife, man. He don't care about his wife. All right, so
get back to the episode. So
the black, I don't want to call him janitor. Like, it just seems wrong.
But okay, you can call him housekeeping, something along those lines. The gentleman that was cleaning up behind the individuals in the corridor.
I mean, I get what they were going for, right? I understand what they were going for. He was so committed
custodian.
To his job.
Live from the bushes said custodian. Thank you very much. That's a perfect word for it.
There
you
go. All right, thank you. I like that a lot better. I get what they were going for, to show a man who was committed to his job and excellence, and how he had faced situations he thought were similar in the past, and how he had, he had believed that this, like any other problem, was just going to fade away and become something else. I don't know. It kind of bothered me a little bit that he just kept cleaning. But
that's why Cal, so this is where he had previously recorded a message that was due to go out to the American public. And after his encounter with this gentleman and him trying to tell him in coded language again, maybe you should go home and be with your family. And he made that comment of, "I've been through this before, everything will be fine." He's realizing he is robbing people of their ability to be with their loved ones, knowing that, yes, that's why he went back and recorded, or not recorded. He did a new message.
No.
Well, what is your take?
So that was gonna be my last point. That's what I was gonna hit last. But since we're talking about it, I completely disagree with what he did. Completely disagree.
What the president did?
Yeah.
Why?
You agree with him?
That he went back and recorded a new message to give the opportunity for people to be with their loved ones? Absolutely.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Okay, tell me what I need. I need the logic behind this. Why?
If you were going to warn people, you should have done it a long time ago. And
Xavier kind of got on him about that, but go ahead.
Now what you've done is you've made it difficult for not only for you to leave, but you've also killed people, because now they are going to see your helicopter as their only means of survival. Now they don't care who you are. They are coming for you.
I
and
agree.
they're coming for that helicopter. Now, how do you keep them off you?
You don't,
You got
but I think he had that moment of realization after they got on the plane.
no, stupid. He didn't do that because he felt he needed to. Okay, he did that because it weighed on his conscience.
Right.
And nothing at all to do with any of that. Do you see how many people died after that because of what he did?
Right. But what I'm saying is he was in a no-win situation. And that's kind of the point. That's why I'm saying he came to what you're saying as far as like you're causing people to go into a panic and things of that nature. And he came to that realization after he got onto the helicopter that he was in a no-win situation. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So was what he did the right thing? He doesn't know. It may have been the wrong thing.
I,
But all he wanted to do in that moment was allow people to be with their loved ones because he wanted them to be in the most important space.
no, it's too late. Okay, it's too late. Listen, you know me, right? And there's no one who is more
Family oriented
right.
than our family. Yeah.
I would give anybody that needed it the shirt off my back if they needed it, right? I'm not
Mm-hmm.
telling you shit. I'm not telling you not one word. It's a beautiful day out. No, I'm just gonna take this helicopter. We'll be right back. Get on the goddamn helicopter. I'm not telling nobody nothing. Nothing. It's too late. Okay. The only thing you've done now is caused a problem for you to escape. Was caused a problem for your child to escape. You've put everyone's life in danger now, right? If you're going to do it, you should have done it already.
I agree.
The fact that your escape plan is in the grass out front instead of on the roof is stupid in and of itself. You can't control any of that stuff, and you told all these people this that they only had minutes or an hour to live.
Right.
Now you're being chased. Now you're being hunted. Now your life is in danger. It wasn't a minute ago. It wasn't. You just felt bad.
Yes.
Right? And I wanted to stop that black dude from cleaning so bad. I was like, put that goddamn rag down, man. Put that rag down. We're about to die. We are going to die.
But that's what happened. He was trying to get him to stop cleaning.
Goddamn rag down.
But
this
he
ain't like that the other time. Pack it up. Leave that shit right there. We out of here.
I don't know. I think I agree that if he was going to tell people, but again, this is where it comes in that he was under the impression he would have 10 days lead time. So he didn't have the capability to tell the people, right? So, but again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. What I want to be, okay, so I look at it like this, right? For me, I live only a few minutes away from my job, right? And I have to go into the office a few days a week. I work from home the rest of the week, right? If I am at work and I knew something was about to go down, I didn't know something was about to go down and you did, and my daughter was home and I had the capability to 15 minutes be home with my daughter and you didn't tell me, you better hope there is no such thing as a ghost because I'm haunting your little behind. Trust and believe.
Me?
Absolutely. If you knew,
I deal with it. I don't care. I ain't gonna lose not a wink of sleep. I'll high five you when you show up too. I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn. I don't care. Listen. I understand the sentiment. Okay, I understand the sentiment. But when you are in a situation like that, you got to block all that shit off, all of it. Okay, all of it, all the emotion, all of that. Right. Your one focus is to get the people that you love to safety. Everything else comes after that. Everything else comes after that. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. Okay, because if you say something now, you've put them in danger. That's the bottom line. They are in danger, and they are in danger now because of what you did. Okay, that's it. If you want to tell them earlier, so that they have time to get there and that there's nobody on the front lawn by the time you get there, because everyone should be trying to get to their family, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I'm completely on board with that. You should tell them early, right? No one's going to be there to assist you. Ain't nobody going to be in the White House. Nobody give a damn about your schedule or any of that stuff. Nobody cares. And I completely agree with that 100%. They should have been told. But to tell them with minutes to go while you're trying to escape is stupid. Is completely stupid and dangerous.
I agree.
And it serves no purpose.
No,
You're not getting to your loved ones. You're not getting to your loved ones because there's a traffic jam now. No one is going anywhere. No one. You're not getting to your car.
I don't know.
You get there faster if you walked.
I would like the opportunity to at least try to get to my loved ones.
Well, you're not gonna. So
I may not, but I'll be damned if I'm not going. I'll literally die trying. Literally die trying.
So I'm gonna tell you a story. This is somebody who somebody I talked to earlier. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I agree with you, but me personally, I would want the opportunity. So tell me. I don't care.
You're not gonna get the opportunity. She was gonna die. They would have died. They would have died. There's no opportunity.
Okay.
There's no opportunity.
I'm not.
There's no opportunity. There's no opportunity. You're dead. You are dead. You are dead. Okay. I'm not telling you in the last minute. It does no one any good.
That's terrible.
Call them. Here's the letter. I'll drop the letter.
You can't get through to anybody. You can't.
I'll drop the letter from the helicopter.
You know what? Go ahead with your
point. I'm sorry.
Go ahead with your point. It's terrible.
It's like I said, man. It's like when you're on an airplane. They say you got to put on your own mask before you help anybody else. It's the same thing. You gotta you have to get your people to safety before you can do anything else. Mm-hmm. You have to. I mean, that's just what it is. Okay. That's just what it is. And it might sound cold, but it ain't. Because I promise you.
I understand the logic. I'm not. Let me be clear. I'm not misunderstanding you, and I agree with you. I understand the logic. I'm just saying, me personally, I personally would fight like hell to get to my family. Granted, like you're saying, I'd be smashed like a pancake. Whatever's going to happen would kill me within 2 seconds. I would still be fighting like hell to try and get there. It's
a different situation. It's not like being caught in Sunday traffic. They're gonna whoop your ass. They're gonna take your car. People gonna do all because they desperate. Like desperate people do anything.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Desperate people do anything. So if they walking, if they homeless and they out there just on the highway, and they trying to get home to see mom and dad, they taking your car. They don't think nothing about you. Anyway, getting back to it. Getting back to the
show.
To the point. Mm-hmm. I think it was selfish of him to do that.
Okay. All right.
It was very selfish of him to do that. You should have done it before or after you left or something. Call him on the phone and be like, "Hey, listen, I forgot to tell y'all."
He didn't have the opportunity. If he had the 10-day lead time that as he said, nerds anticipated, it would have been a completely different story, right? And obviously, if he decided to tell the people what he told them at the end of the day. If he told them 10 days in advance, it would have been a completely different outcome potentially for some people or whatever. But he just didn't have that lead time. So he didn't have that ability. So, but, moving on. So, I mean,
hang on. Because Melbato says being humane. What do you mean? Is it not, you saying I'm not being humane by not telling them in the last minute? Is that what you mean?
Or maybe she's saying that you are being humane by not telling them.
I mean, she could be. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to get all sides covered. I just want to make sure that everybody
well, I seem to be the odd man out on this. So
because usually it's my heart is bigger than yours, but you got this massive heart. You just like, come on down, come on in. Not a big deal. Yeah. You got a gun. I'm sorry.
While we're waiting for Melba Toast the one problem that I had, and I talked with a friend of mine about this yesterday, but the one problem that I had is when they started offing people in the White House,
yep.
You then had space, right? Didn't they have space to let that little boy on? No, because the guy who was carrying the football, he was offed. So why couldn't we get the baby?
The guy with the football was
the guy who had the nuclear.
Oh yeah.
Code stuff. So now we have one extra space to bring him into the.
So you're going back to get the kid? You're going back to get the kid?
I mean, we stopped for him to do a live shout out to let everybody know what was going on. Why can't we get the kiddo?
Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you this real quick though, before you go back to get that child. The gentleman who had the football, did he just decide to not get on the plane, or did he just have a sudden change of heart, or did he just
All
change
right,
his
I'll give you
mind?
that. I'll give you that.
Literally.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay.
Yeah, they shot him in the
Yeah,
dome.
in the head. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, I'll
So
give
you
you that.
going back to get somebody? Oh, we lost someone. You little boy, come on, I'll come get you. Don't worry about it. You stay right there. No, no, no. I'm leaving even faster now. Huh? Even faster.
I'll give you that. All right, fine. Okay.
I listen to me. If there's anybody that understands what you're saying, it's me. I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
I know it comes at what cost, the circumstances that you're putting everybody else in danger. I get it. I'm just, I get it.
People will do some crazy shit when
I
they're
know.
when they realize that that it might be over. They'll start doing some crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So, and you don't want to be around that, because you don't know what they're gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm just, it's just,
all right.
I don't know.
Well,
but that performance was really good. I'd have slapped shit out of President. Though. Don't you do that? Don't you do that?
When they had the interaction, when they were about to actually get on the plane to go to Colorado, that was a very powerful interaction, because that's when like Xavier kind of got in his face and was asking him pointed questions like, "Why didn't you tell us this information?" And he's like, "But I did. Like, it's not my fault you couldn't pick up on the clues that I was giving you."
Yeah, I told you some shit was top secret. I even brought you in. Your dumbass let your wife go to Atlanta, not me.
Right.
Not me. I told you.
Right now,
I told you.
Did you see the other option that the president had? Like, did you foresee, I should say, the other option that the president had other than letting the nukes go to shut everything down? Oh,
so that bothered me too. That was something I meant to bring up as well. That didn't make sense to me.
Why? The only problem that I had with it before you make your point is they had brought up that it shuts everything down, and so you had people on submarines that are now not going to be able to get back to the top, I suppose. But go ahead.
So the world is going to be destroyed. You are that petty that instead of just letting the world be destroyed, you don't want anybody fighting for supplies.
Who are you talking about? Sinatra?
Sinatra and China, and I think it was another world power. I think it was Russia. I think they launched the world is ending. It's ending.
And you're helping it. Right.
Ending. Well, some of us are going to survive, but you ain't getting that corn. When this is over with, you're not going to get that corn. I need all these supplies. So we're just going to end it. You can't have anything after the world is over. What kind of petty stuff is that, man? How petty can you possibly be? The world is already going to be washed over. And you are making it uninhabitable.
Right.
That just sounds like something we would do.
It is. It absolutely is. Because, humans, what can I tell you? But
I don't know. It's people are assholes. The planet is about to be underwater, and you just got to make it that. Let's add some radiation.
Right. No, it's fine. Right. But I think that particular moment is when Sinatra became the person that she is. Like, I know we discussed it last week about why she is the way that she is. And I know we had like some theories about because her son or whatever. But in this moment is when she realized that she didn't have the power, that all of the power that was being held was with the president, with Cal. And she didn't like that because remember, she was still trying to plead with him not to do it because they would need the satellites to determine whether or not outside was habitable yet and things of that nature. And he's like, but I gotta give people a chance. Like, she's like man, she's a rough one.
Who, Sinatra?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd have put her down. I'd put her down. I'll go find my own daughter. I know she in this cave, right? I know she in this cave. I'm gonna find her street by street.
But
I'm gonna
maybe
find her.
not. But maybe not. Because remember, at the end of the episode, guys, I know we were talking about the potential for who killed the president. And in this episode, she claims that the DNA that they found was not from anyone inside of the mountain, right? That so your only next step is that it was someone crept in from the outside. I don't know how they would have done it. So she doesn't necessarily have to be inside.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean inside the
The
cave?
daughter, yeah, the daughter doesn't necessarily have to be in there.
I mean, I guess that's a point. That's a good point, but I think she's in there. I think she's
I mean,
in there.
she's already sent envoys outside of the dome, right?
One.
So, all right, fine. She sent a envoy outside of the dome. What would prevent her
her
from
boy who went out there to go kill them
Billy?
scientists.
Right. Mm-hmm. So why would you? What would prevent her from having the kidnapped person outside?
I don't know. I don't understand how Casanova is still alive. I mean, Sinatra's still alive. Casanova. My bad, Casanova. My bad, dope. My bad, dope. My bad, dope. I wasn't trying to say you should be off or nothing. I meant Sinatra. My bad, man. I don't understand how she's still alive. I honestly don't know how she's still alive. I don't know where her husband is. Like, he should be trying to talk to her.
Non-existent. Yeah.
Yeah. They just showed him in bed with her and him talking to her at the bar, and that's it. They didn't show him doing anything else. Bruh, go get your wife, man. She already causing all kinds of havoc.
He can't crazy. Control her. He can't control her. Not possible.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic episode. I understand Cal's position. I understand why he did what he did. He's wrong. I understand why Xavier thinks the way that he does. He thinks that Cal let him down and didn't tell him about his wife. He is also wrong. He had an obligation, I feel, as a husband, to tell his wife that the world is coming to an end and that for her to stay close because this could happen any day now. He didn't do that. He also, I understand if he didn't want to tell his daughter because, kids are like that. They start telling friends. They don't want to see die and boyfriends and all this other shit. So I understand that part. I'd probably, since she doesn't listen at all, I'd probably knock her out too if I ever caught up with her because she was supposed to stay in the bar and she didn't, which is another part of this show that irked me that made no sense.
What's that?
She just happened to be walking by with her boyfriend or on the way to see her boyfriend, just strolling around in the dark near, I guess, the new White House or whatever the hell it's called. And she happened to be looking in these bushes and she found this iPad thing, this top secret iPad
how many episodes ago? You back on? All right.
I'm just saying, like, she found this and picked it up.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it is her absolute thing. Like, she has got to get this thing open. She has no idea what's on this thing.
Didn't she get it open?
She gave it to her
the boyfriend.
Who then went and found dementia up grandpa
while he was sleeping and opened it. No, that was Cal. Cal did that while he was sleeping.
No.
They opened it. Yes, he did.
Well, Cal did it while he's sleeping. His son asked him to do it. And he thought he was talking to, I think he thought he was talking to his son again.
Yeah.
Now, some people in Discord think that it was the grandfather that killed his son. How? He has got all of the dementias. All of them. He's got every bit of the dementias.
That doesn't mean that you can't be potentially dangerous. So
he would have had to sneak in that room without being seen by cameras, put the power out.
Cameras were off.
Yeah, so he did that?
No, Billy did it. Billy and his little girlfriend, because they wanted to play Xbox or Wii or whatever.
So you think I'm going to tell you right now.
Let me
if
wait.
the
I'm not agreeing that he
if it
did it. I'm
turns
just
out
saying.
if it turns out that Grandpa with all the dementias, and if it turns out that he went in there and he did that and he got away with it, I'm putting this show in the same category as I did
You
Yellowjackets.
better stop. No.
Okay, it ain't no way. It ain't no way Grandpa did it. Now I need to know who y'all think. Live from the Bushes thinks he's faking dementia. I don't think so. I do not think so.
I'm very curious to know why Live from the Bushes thinks he's. Oh, she said joking. Knock it off.
Oh,
Read the
my
whole
bad.
thing.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Live from the Bushes. Yeah, I don't think he's faking. And the only reason I think he's not faking is because he apologized to his grandson and he was
Yeah, as the
crying.
son. Yeah, as a son. Yeah.
Yeah. And he opened the little
The pad.
Palm Palette thing, whatever the thing is.
Boy.
Whatever that is. Because if he'd have known what was on there, I don't think he would have opened it for his grandson. So
Why not?
because he didn't know about the end of the world. That's how they found out.
Yeah, I know, but all right. I'll give you that. I don't know. I feel like okay, never mind. Okay, I'll give you that.
Frankenstein thinks it's Sinatra's mystery husband that whacked the president. Who says whacked anymore? But that's good. I like.
How old are you, Casanova? How old are you?
Maybe they'll put him in the brand new paddy wagon. Take him downtown.
Oh my goodness. Will you stop it? All right. But overall, what was what I know you said that you really enjoyed it, but overall your take on this was what? 1 to 10, A to F, what do we got?
1 being terrible and 10 being great.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 10.
Yeah,
this is
me
a 10.
Too. Yeah.
This is a 10. Except for the custodian part. I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. He was just too little, hey, sir. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
The portrayal of him, you mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's going on down the hole, sir? I didn't like that. I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I ain't like that at all. I'm like, bro, put that goddamn rag down. Some self-respect. Some goddamn self-respect. Everybody running outside. You in here cleaning the table. Come on. Come on.
He's like, I'm just doing my job. You better leave me alone. All right. Well, I agree. I think this was an amazing episode. I think the way that it was I think the two lead male actors in this series came with it. I think they, excuse my French, balls to the wall with this one. So I just really love this episode. I think they did an amazing job. The writing, the acting, everything was top notch. So, gotta give it.
Life in the Bushes says was given magical. I understand what you're right. He was kind of like that moment of pause for the president. While everybody else was running around kind of crazy, he was steadfast in his job, and he was that calm basically that, and Cal had noticed that calm.
Reality check.
Right, which is what made him go do what he. I'm telling you right now, as cold as it sounds, I'd have patted him on his back, told him he was doing a really good job, and I left my ass right out of. I'll be right back. We're gonna get lunch in a helicopter. Y'all want anything? And I'd have left. I wouldn't have told him nothing. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, or whatever his name was. I'm out.
Jesus.
Sorry. You put that rag down though. Take a break. Go see your kids.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Casanova stupid.
I loved it. So yeah.
That's
so
as far as you go. See.
You stupid.
Yeah. So all right. So cool.
Melbato says she thinks they were trying to show the privilege of the 1%.
No, they weren't trying to do that. They were showing a man who had lived his entire life through strife and all of this turmoil that comes along with being in the White House, and he had been there for many, many administrations, and he figured that this was just going to blow over, and Cal felt a sense of responsibility for telling people this ain't going to blow over.
It forced him to face his humanity. It forced
Right.
him in that moment to face his humanity. Yeah.
And just like Melba Toast says, the rich got away. The rich got away, and that's how it always happens. I mean, it is what it is. No. It shouldn't be like that, but that's how it happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. So, are we in agreement that you're going to watch Yellowjackets this week so that we can discuss it? Ooh, that look. Man. That's a yes, guys. Bravo.
I mean, isn't there something else we can watch? And there's something else?
We're going to be
something else coming out?
We're going to be watching Daredevil.
When does Daredevil come out?
Daredevil comes out on Tuesdays, guys, March 4th. So we will be reviewing the first episode of Daredevil next Friday. Please make sure you join us so that we can review it with you guys. And if you would please, maybe watch it yourself so we got something to talk about.
Is it one episode? Is it one episode a week? Or
I think they're going
to the whole thing?
So, well, Disney Plus normally does one episode per week, but I think they're going to drop 2 episodes. So to start,
you know what? I will watch Yellowjackets because I'm all caught up now, and I don't have to watch a complete season at once.
Okay.
I don't have to watch a complete season. I can just watch one of those 1 hour pieces of vomit, and then I can turn it off, and I'll be okay. So that'll be that. If you're in here still, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with us the entire time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. I promise you this channel will get a little bit bigger. We'll get a little bit better. We want to start having some of you on so we can talk and hear some of your opinions. Want to start doing some watch parties on Discord. And that way you can watch some of this stuff together and we can kind of interact at the same time we're watching. And I'm looking for new shows where I can start watching because nobody's watching me watch Dark. So
yeah, they are.
They didn't even know what show I was watching. Like, what is that? Dark.
Listen. A lot of I shouldn't say a lot, but I have seen Live from the Bushes, and I think even Fromaholic Fletch. He's even been like, those are like your 2, from what I could see at least. You have to keep watching Dark. Is this it? What was it? Just 3 seasons, right? So you're done.
Thank God.
Oh, well then you don't have to worry about watching any more Dark then, right?
No, I'm not. It's not over. Like they're only up to episode 4. Like I have to watch.
Oh, you're caught up on Dark.
Did you watch all of season 3?
I didn't even.
Are you watching this Are you watching this season? Oh my God! Are you not even watching this bullshit? Oh my God! I know. I just know.
Wait. Time out.
No.
I'm not doing the reviews on it though.
My God.
I'm not doing the reviews.
Are you not watching this show?
I'm not doing the reviews. You're doing the reviews. You're doing your solo reviews. So I don't have a requirement. I watched season 1 and half of season 2. That's as far as I got. What?
You're not watching Yellowjackets?
No, I'm watching Yellowjackets. We're talking about Dark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Yellowjackets.
No, I'm watching.
Let me find out I'm watching some of this shit and you ain't watching it.
How would I have had the conversation with you earlier if I didn't watch it, silly?
If that happens, I'm doing this right here. Boop. Welcome. Let's sit up here with this mess.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But All right. So y'all tell me what y'all want to watch. Again, don't forget to join the Discord if you just want to get on there and talk about movies and shows.
Yep.
And make some recommendations. We could talk about your favorite shows. We got stuff on there for movie ideas and everything. So I'm more than willing to listen to any of you and all of you. And if you write me, I'll write you back. I promise. And we do this every Friday. So get with us 8 o'clock. Kind of sucks right now because there's not a lot of good stuff. Not a whole lot of good stuff out there right now worth talking about. I'm doing dark and freaking Yellowjackets. I'm at the bottom of the barrel.
Melbato said I need a performance review. She got me up in here like milkshake.
I think you used too many words, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I want to thank each and every one of you, man, because while we're not where we want to be yet, we hope to get there. And she loves doing this. I love doing this with my sister. I love doing this for you guys and just making y'all laugh. You know, I don't give a damn if we don't never make $1. As long as we get to sit on here and make y'all laugh, hang out with y'all, and I get to do this with my sister, then I've already won. So I love y'all. And I will watch. I'm going to check out Reacher. I don't know if we're going to review Reacher, but I'm definitely going to watch Reacher. And I think there was something else out there that I wanted to watch too. Hang on. Something else that's getting ready to come out. You know what it is? You know what else is coming out?
There are a lot of things about to come out.
Invincible. I'm finishing Invincible, which is amazing. So you should check out
something
Invincible.
Coming out later on this month, and I know we discussed it earlier this week. I can't recall the name of it, but it is something that we do plan on reviewing. I don't have it in front of me.
That's fine. I'll start making a list before a show so we can get together. But that's it for the show, man. I love y'all. Definitely doing Daredevil next week. So if you got any questions, again, hit us up on Discord.
Yep.
Like, share, subscribe if you enjoy us and the content.
And guys, please be careful. Again, it's Friday, so we're gonna have a good time, but please be careful this weekend. Make sure you guys, make sure you know what's going on in your surroundings, but make sure you come back next week and join us as Paul stopped looking like I said something wrong. Make sure y'all join us next week. We really appreciate you guys, and enjoy y'all joining us every week. So that's it.
All right, y'all be good. I love y'all,
cheers.
and some of y'all, I'll talk to y'all in a little bit in Discord. Y'all be good. All right, holla.